straight in because we're going to see a huge change for season 13. I mean, Borden is, I hope we'll see him like here and
We
there.
will see him. Yes.
But he left it with wanting Herrmann to, become the next chief.
Yes.
We're not going to see that. Can you can you explain why not Herrmann, like tease what's going on with Herrmann?
Well, it's a process to get to that position. So it's not, it's a several steps. You don't just decide you want to do it. You got to work your way up as an officer and take several tests. And so Herrmann's in the process, which creates a nice tension there when the new chief comes in, who looks like he's going to be making himself pretty comfortable as Herrmann's trying to develop and get his way to that seat himself. So yeah, there's a lot of fun tension to play with that, and also watching, how that dynamic develops between the two of them.
I mean, I did think that when I was looking at it, because Borden does explain there's, the captain's exam and then there's the
Yeah.
next steps. So
Yeah.
I mean, I love that you've got Dermot Mulroney as the new chief. I cannot
Love
wait.
him so much. He's fantastic.
And he's gonna shake things up. Can you tease how different he is to Borden?
He is, yeah, he's quite different. I think, we said it as a leader. First of all, he's not trying to be Bowden. He doesn't come in. That's one of the things he says right off the bat is like, things are going to change around here. It's not going to be the same Firehouse. So he is definitely, he has no problem with shaking things up. And I think his approach is, he's quite different than Bowden. He's not a big speech giver. He's not a let's hug it out. Not that Bowden was a big hugger, but there was so much warmth there, very paternal. That is not our chief, our new chief. He's happy to kind of keep a certain distance and keep his personal life personal. And he is definitely going to have tensions and different dynamics with all the Firehouse people. They're surprising people who form relationships with him, and surprising people who don't like him from the jump and have problems with him. So there's a lot of fun dynamics to play with all of these guys, getting used to the new boss in town.
What's it like for you guys writing this? Because you want to create something new. You don't want another carbon copy of Borden, because otherwise, why have we lost Borden?
Right.
But you need to make him likable if he wants to stick around. So what's that like for you? What's the process?
Well, what's really fun about it, first of all, you have a certain idea in your head and you write it a certain way, and then Dermot shows up and brings so much of his own. He's so talented, and he's such a got such a great personality, and so he brings all of his own things to the mix too. So it's like this alchemy that goes together. But I think for us, what was really important is that Pascal be revealed kind of in layers, that he show up, and our guys don't know him, and we need to get to know him. And the audience actually gets kind of more of a peek into his life than the guys at the Firehouse do, men and women at the Firehouse do, because we see a little bit of his personal life right off the bat in the first couple episodes, things that our Firehouse people aren't seeing. They're little moments of his personal life that reveal. But what's so fun is we have this, bunch of episodes to kind of just keep peeling little layers and showing more and more sides of him, to the people working for him, and also to the audience. So yeah, he's a mystery to start, for sure.
And the personal life is Katie Strickland coming in as
Yes.
Monica.
Yeah.
You've
She's
nailed the
great.
casting so far. I love it.
She's phenomenal. They're incredible together. Yeah, that relationship will tell us a lot about him. And yeah, he's got a past, and everybody around the Firehouse wants to get to know who he is and try and figure it out. So yeah, from the jump, it's fun to watch them getting to know him, and how their relationships with each other kind of change as new chief asserts himself.
So I want to jump to Violet because she has had such a heartbreaking story, but I've loved the development in season 12 with moving on, but not quite moving on. Are we going to see more of this honoring that grief process that she's going through, but also knowing she's young enough to find love again?
Yeah, I love that you asked that question. And yeah, Violet's journey this season, it's a bit of a roller coaster, but it is absolutely what you're saying, which is a process, of her trying to figure out how to best sort of straighten herself out from that, keep Hawkins alive in her heart, but also move on. And yeah, she's got a roller coaster with Carver as well. They've got a lot of stuff that they're trying to work out. So I like to say it's not soap, it's character. It's very character heavy this year, and it's partly because we have the new chief and that reveals new sides and dynamics. But it's also there's Violet's journey is a big part of that, which is just really seeing all sides of it and how she develops. So I love that you asked that because it's Violet's a lot of fun this year. We've been having a great time with that character, and Hanako's phenomenal.
And I love like the career progression for her as well. Like now as like the lead paramedic on how.
Yes, yes. She gets to be the boss and she has a protege now. And that relationship is a lot of fun. We love having this Novak character. Jocelyn's wonderful. And that watching, like you say, watching Violet become the boss and have to sort of take the lead. She's got a really big episode where she has to make a big decision pretty early on that will affect everybody. So yeah, how the chips fall after that impacts her too, and how our new chief handles that is a lot of fun to watch. So.
So then we've got, the whole kid Severide and Damon whole
Yeah.
mess that
Yes,
you have
that's a good
written of
word
it.
for it.
I mean, we saw Severide as like sort of like acting captain, acting chief for a few episodes. So why not him moving forward throughout like the career progression? What's
Yeah, I think that's a good question too. I think he's really arson is his true love. He loves doing the OFI stuff. He did not enjoy the a lot of the parts of being the chief around the house or the captain around the house. He doesn't do paperwork. He doesn't want to sit behind a desk. He's a guy that runs hot and wants to keep moving. And so I don't think that the desk life will ever be for him. But his relationship with Kid, I'll say, is definitely going to have some twists and turns with this Damon, this new brother reveal, and how that impacts both of them and the Firehouse.
I mean, there's so much for those two because not only have we got
Yeah,
Damon, I mean, Severide dropped the bombshell that he wanted to start a family. I do love that he immediately made it clear it's, kid's career that's going
yeah,
to be on the line.
yep.
So will we see more conversations about starting a family?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a conversation and a journey that they'll be on. And I think what's really cool about that is getting to show how different it is for a male firefighter than a female firefighter and making that decision and how that impacts them both. So yeah, that's an ongoing conversation for sure. And that's something we want to develop and evolve over the course of the season.
So my other love is Cruz. Can you tease
Oh, I
any
love Cruz
about
so much.
him?
I'm so glad you said that.
I love it. You bring his family life in, and then there's sometimes his career and with what he wants to do. Can you tease anything that we're going to see for him this season?
Yes, this season is a big Cruise season. And one thing that we love about this show, having been on as long as it is we always get to dip into the past and have the past inform the present. And Cruise will have somebody from his past appear this season that will really sort of shake him and change some things in his life. So that for us, that's one of the storylines we're most looking forward to is Cruz's past reappearing and how that affects him.
I mean, that opens the door to potential returning characters because his brother is still somewhere safe.
That's right.
Just as a last question, like when it comes to any returning characters that you're considering, how do you go about which ones should and could come back? Not just based on actors' schedules, but the storyline as a whole.
Right. Yeah. No, it's always based on, character stuff and the stories that we have for the characters we have. And it's such a Bowden quote that we say all the time, but once you're a part of 51, you're always a part of 51. And so generally we like to interweave those stories and bring people back and see them and see where they are in their life and how their reappearance affects our guys now. And we will definitely be seeing our family, the family that's not on the show all the time now. We'll be seeing a lot of them this season too.
Oh, tease.
Yeah. We love that. It's 12 years we get to dip into, all these characters, and even from the last few years that we all want to see and have our guys want to see on the show as well.
You sometimes surprise us with them as well. Like last season, bringing back a couple. It's like, I forgot about that.
It's amazing after 12 years, you really can forget. And it's fun to remind everybody about those storylines. But yeah, this the cruise one is kind of a doozy, and we're really looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome. It was great to talk to you. Great questions.
Thank you. I can't wait for season 13. I cannot believe I'm saying season 13.
I can't believe it either, but I can't wait for you guys to see it. So I'm excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.